Let's just stay here together a few more moments longer, recognizing the one power, the one presence, the one universal consciousness flowing to, through, and as each and every person here today, whether in person or online, knowing that each one of us is united with this all that is, everywhere, all-knowing, all-powerful. Knowing that this unity reflects clarity and wisdom, love, connection. Knowing that today's service unfolds in divine perfection, that we are here exactly where we are meant to be. What a beautiful gift this morning is that we give ourselves, that we give our community as we gather heart to heart, open at the top, ready to receive, ready to share. I am so grateful for this community, for this Center for Spiritual Living of Granada Hills, for Reverend Mike, the musicians, our AV team, and each person here today, for it takes each one of us for this beautiful co-creation to unfold. It is with this full and grateful heart I release my word to the law, knowing it is all done, knowing it is all love. And together we affirm by saying, and so it is. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. So, Friday was Valentine's Day, so I thought, how appropriate would it be if I talked a little bit about love this morning? So first, I'd like to invite all of you to just go ahead and close your eyes for a moment and imagine someone you love dearly. Just think about, it can be a child, an animal, a parent, a friend, your favorite coffee barista. And if you can't think of a person, think of a place. Maybe it's somewhere in nature that you like to go that taps into that love in your heart. So just hold this for a moment. And then when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes and look around and find somebody in the room to just look at. And just, anyone, pick a person, anyone. I know not all of you are sitting next to somebody. And just imagine how that feels when you come from that space of tapping into love, and then you look at another person. Is it a little gentler? Is it a little softer? Do you feel a little more connected? We don't often do this, right? We don't often say, let me tap into a loving feeling before I go out into the world. It's not always practical to stop what we're doing. But what if I told you didn't actually have to stop and think about someone or something that you love? What if I reminded us all that we are made of love? That within us, there is an infinite well that we can tap into at any moment. How often do we remember that? Or I should ask, how often do we forget that? Right? We forget that. You know, Ernest Holmes reminds us that that is our essence. Love is our essence. It is not for us to go looking for love outside ourselves, but we're conditioned to do that, right? When we think of love, we think of like, oh, I love this person, I love chocolate, I love this song. But those are conditions, those are objects, those are temporary. They're not the unconditional divine love that we talk about in this teaching. That's the love that emanates through us, whether we are aware of it or not, right? We can't deny that we are love. We can block ourselves off to it. Rumi says something to the effect of, ours is not to go seeking for love, but to seek the barriers within ourselves that block us off to love. Sadhguru says, we are love. Love is not what we do, love is what we are. So all these great teachers remind us of the same thing, that we are made of love. But where does it have to start? With ourselves, right? A lot of us were taught that that's a really selfish thing, that we should take care of everyone around us, clean up our sidewalks, take care of our families, and all of that is beautiful. And I'm not saying we shouldn't do that. But oftentimes we aren't told it starts with us. If I don't take care of this heart, if I don't take care of this body, I'm not any good to anyone else. If I don't fill my own cup and remember that I am love and I deserve my own love, what will I be offering to you? And if I have anything to offer and I'm depleted, then what next? Right? So let's come back to this place of, who am I? You know, I get angry, I feel disconnected. That doesn't mean I'm not a loving person. That just means something's blocking that connection. It's always there. It's always there. And it's ours to remind ourselves and each other. Sometimes we can't remind ourselves because we're too stuck in it, right? But we can turn to our partner, we can turn to our friend, we can turn to the person sitting next to us in the sanctuary and say, I know this is temporary because I know the true you. I know that you are made of love. And it's easier to do with people we like. Right? It's easier to do with people in the sanctuary. But can we practice a little bit more when we move through the world? Can we practice it with the person who cuts us off on the freeway and say, you know what? I know that inside they are love. Right? I mean, that's where the practice is. This is called a spiritual practice, not a spiritual perfect. It's not a spiritual I'm done. Give me a medal, right? I've been doing all these practices and classes and teachings for decades now. And I do think the younger version of me thought I would just get like a certificate and I'd be done. And then I could live this like really easy, peaceful, joyous, all the time life. Because that's what you do once you get a certificate you can hang on the wall. Right? But I'm learning that's not it. We just keep advancing and advancing. One of my mentors, she says, you've decided to sign up for the PhD course in life. And I think a lot of us here chose that. But it's okay. Because we have each other, we have ourselves, and we have the knowingness that love is all we are. Thank you.